Hey, look, I'm sitting here trying to mess with the TikTok phone because the angle was terrible.
Alright. I tried to
What's up,
grab one of my notes.
everybody? What's going on, man? Listen, it's the team. We're here. We have absolutely nothing to talk about. We just wanted to improv. So, wake up Wednesday. I was on a plane. So Shanice, fortunately, was brave enough. She was brave enough to go live. And what were you talking about? What were you talking about on the live?
Debt violations that get you paid.
Debt violations that get you paid. If you guys have anything on your credit report that is hurting you, in fact, if you got anything on your credit report, period, regardless if it's hurting you or not, like I was hurt. I was like, I really wanted to be in that live. I'm sitting here trying to type from the airplane from the Delta Wi-Fi, and it was like, no. Every time I see her, she's freezing. What is this? An even live? Oh, Tiff, hey Tiff. Yeah, we just went live. We just improv. We just like, let's go. Ron, what's going on, man? We just trying to tap in, man. We just, y'all normally see us on Wednesday. We just really just popped out. Because Shanice said something after the live, and so many people commented under it, and it really made me think like, y'all are really scared to go live. I don't understand. Like, I don't.
I was scared. First of all, we go live and doing it by yourself. That's a whole different. I go
live by myself.
No. Let me take that back. Okay, with the exception of you. Okay, because I don't do lives by myself anymore. I used to do it 2017.
Look, Ron Thompson. He said, "What it do?" Ron go live by himself. Ron go live all the time. I think Ron go live like 3 times a week.
Y'all are experienced livers, though. Is that a thing?
How do you get experienced if you don't do it to get the experience?
Not look her. In my head, it went worse. It was bad. I'm not even finna lie. It was bad. I was like, I thought it was though. I was like, oh my God, I'm tripping up on my words.
All right, let's go back. Let's backtrack. All right. So it says KP joined the I joined my own live. Okay, TikTok. I see y'all. All right, so let's backtrack. Let's start over because you just said a key thing that didn't make sense. But how can I become an experienced go liver if I'm afraid to go live? People need to see you. People need to see you. And then see, for your experience, you have me. I love to talk. So all you really got to do is just sit there and be like, let me just throw my 2 cents in.
And shake my head alive and interject. But no, when you're doing it by yourself, I think it's different. So like for me, I calmed down when I had people interacting with me. So it was easier for me to like answer and respond. I wasn't like as intimidated because it's like having a conversation with yourself, you can stumble over your words a lot and stuff like that. I did not have anything planned. I picked a topic and was like, yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about, which I have the experience and the knowledge on it. But I was like, I'm going to do it. It's a completely different beast when it's not something that you are used to doing. When you can interact with people, though, it's a lot easier to kind of like overcome your fears or whatever. But ultimately, I'm gonna do another one by myself. But man, I was nerve wracked. I was like, oh my God, who's watching me? The numbers kept fluctuating. I kept looking at the numbers. I was like, oh my God.
The numbers do fluctuate. I remember the one live we had. I think one live we had like 100 and some change. But that's that one live that YouTube was going crazy, and I was like, oh shit, we got like it's a lot of people here. Like, let me let me sit up. You know what I'm saying? Let me how you guys doing? Welcome to the live. But nah, man. So Tiff said my thing is when I'm showing what I do, I forget to talk and I'm just showing I'm just doing what I do. But there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. So you see what you said? You're live and you're just doing what you do. And that's why I'm so comfortable doing it, because I'm always me. I don't have a switch. You know, I don't have a professional switch and a non-professional switch. If I go live, you're going to get the same KP live than you would get on my Loom videos, or you would get in a mentorship, or you would get in a Zoom with me, or a class. So it's like, for me to go live, I'm just being me. And I think that's where people get uncomfortable, because people do have switches, and there's nothing wrong with having a switch. You know, people enter professional mode or they enter work mode, and it's like, okay, and the home, I'm gonna be a gangster hood rat, but at work, I'm gonna be all suit and tie and uppity, and I can't be who I am. Yes, you can. I'm not saying super. I'm not saying be all super 3-6 mafia north. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing wrong with being you. People will like you more for being you. Just be yourself. You know. And like Tiff said, do what you normally do. Hell, I think Ron. I don't know if Ron's still with us. I think Ron just goes over credit reports, literally working, but he's live, so he's talking to people live while he's doing his disputing and stuff like that. So it's like, all you got to do is do what you do, be comfortable with what you're doing, and answer questions live. It's. I mean, how can you be an entrepreneur? How can you be a business owner that is afraid to talk to people? If your goal is front, what are you gonna do when random people open that door?
Man, be like this.
Yeah, like
wait a minute.
If you have a storefront and a random person comes in your store and they're like, let's say you sell clothes and you're afraid to talk to people, how are you going to sell them your apparel? The shirts are right there, the pants are right there. That's it. What? Well, what combo would you recommend that I get to go to the club tonight? I don't like talking to people. And then disappear. Like, no, you have to be prepared for this all the time. The funny thing is,
I don't know why that analogy. I used to sell, and I know I'd be like, I don't sell stuff. I used to sell men's suits and stuff. So it was like suit and tie, like formal wear and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say the name of the company, but if you knew me from like 6 years,
it was
no. They said no. I mean, it was like that company, but no. Man, I used to, when people would come in and they would ask me whatever it was, I would act like I knew them already. So it was like very straight to the point. You know what I mean? Like, and then it was like a friendship, which is, some people, I guess, if you ever caught me selling somebody something, it would come off as flirty or whatever, but I'm like, I want people to warm up. So you know what I'm saying? Being like overly nice or whatever. So for me, it's like, I'm gonna be your best friend or whatever, and then get to the point. What is it that you need? Then I would suggest, and whatever I suggested, they typically bought. So I would do good in sales, but oh God, I'm so glad I'm out of it, because it was like, I would have anxiety attacks almost every time somebody came in, even though I knew I was going to sell and I was going to sell in high volume, but it was like, oh my God, I got to go meet this new person. And then once you get used to doing it, it was like, all right, this is what I sold you last time. Ask them what their experience was. Did they like the fit, blah, 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 stuff like that or whatever. But man, yeah, you just got to do it. You got to, it's not about creating a persona. And I think when some people go live, that's what they're trying to create. They're trying to figure out why they're going live. Who do I want to project, or what do I want to project? So am I professional, or am I,
it's too much planning. That's what it sounds like. It's too much planning. So what happens is, like you just said, some of y'all will plan yourself out of doing a live. Mm-hmm. You will say, I need to do this, and this, and then the fear comes up, and now I ain't doing nothing. Instead, what I tell you the other day, I said, pick a subject and pick 3 topics. That's it. I don't care what you talk about within those subjects or the topics. Literally, I want you to pick one thing, have 3 topics underneath it, and that's it. Because as you start talking, people will ask questions. Hey, look, Tiff is on TikTok. She's commenting. We got people on our Facebook feed commenting, and people are gonna comment, and that can change the direction of the conversation. But it's like, you are so afraid to go live, if you're so afraid to like hit that button, all you're doing is hitting a button. You want these random strangers to buy something from you, but you don't want to talk to them? Like, how does that work? You want these random strangers to buy your service or buy your product, but you never want to talk to them. You want to type thank you. You want to send an email. You want the automation to work, but you never want to have that human-to-human experience. But then this is the flip side. You go to a fast food restaurant like McDonald's that doesn't have cashiers and then get mad because you can't speak to somebody. So you don't want to speak to your customers, but you'll go to an establishment and get mad that you can't speak to them.
Yeah.
How does that work? You see what I'm saying? What's up?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, hey, throw both of those in the trash room, please. So that's what you guys got to understand. How I look at my business and anything that I do within my business, I always flip the mirror. Like, okay, when I build this out, when I do this thing, how do I want my customers to react? Or what do I want my customers to do? And I put myself as the customer. So when I click this link, I go here. When I click this link, I go here. When I click this link, by the time I get to the third link, now I'm bored. Now it's like, man, I'm clicking too much. And that's what helps me elevate. That's what helps me evolve. And that's what helps me do my changes. Maybe I'm clicking too much, or maybe I'm asking them to do too much before they get to me. Let's simplify this.
Right.
Look at a one pager. Put your information in, schedule a call. I give you everything else you need. Because if I don't do that, if KP was filling out this information, by the time I get to the third page, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to schedule a consultation. It's taking too long. I'm gone. And then I flip it. But that ain't what we talking about. Let's go all the way back to the very beginning. We are talking about violations that get you paid. So Sharnice can do something. I don't know how. It just always happens. I just come on and I steal the show. She just nods and yeses.
That was a whole shift.
So we're back. We're going back. Everybody, I want y'all. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever y'all are watching this from, Twitch. I know we got people on Twitch. Wherever y'all watching this from. If y'all have questions, now's the time to ask. I don't know if y'all were afraid of her before. I shared her live in like 50 groups. I got blocked out of like 4 groups. And it's here. So this is what I want y'all to do. We're gonna talk about credit repair. We're gonna talk about violate. Give me 1 second, because the children are getting loud. It's Friday though. Bear with me.
Oh my God. My house is quiet. My teenagers and all that jazz got the kids. So yeah. My house is quiet for work, KP. They ain't loud.
We're going to talk about the webinar. We are having a free webinar on January 2nd. So what I want you all to do, if you guys can see the ticker at the bottom, I want you all to text 100K to the number below. I want all y'all right now, anybody watching, text 100K to the number below to sign up for our free webinar. It's absolutely free. You ain't got to pay to join. You don't have to jump through no specific loops. All you got to do is register, sign in. What we're going to be covering in our webinar is 3 major topics we're going to be covering, plus a couple bonuses within. The first major topic is how to get a 700 credit score. We're not going to explain none of the things here because that's what the webinar is for. But how to get a 700 credit score. We all know credit is important. A lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of us have dealt with the struggle so long that we don't even realize it's the struggle anymore because we've coped with it. And that's not life. Life is about enjoying yourself. Life is about not having to worry about which bill you need to pay, or if you have to decide on filling up the gas tank because you want to go to the club this weekend. You know, life isn't about having to make those type of choices. It's about Shanice done lagged out.
No, I'm still here. I'm trying to I don't want the camera lights flashing. I'm trying to fix. Yeah.
So it's about having the capabilities to do whatever you want when you want, even if you're working 9 to 5, even if you're on paycheck to paycheck. Understanding how to get a 700 credit score is more so about the education and the mindset shift. So what I say, a mindset shift is the first thing is understanding you need to pay your bills first. You got to have all your bills paid on time all the time. That's going to affect your payment history. Once you get the mindset change of the necessities being paid and not the wants, The needs will be taken care of. You'll have all those things done. Slowly but surely, your credit score will slowly start to rise, right? Once you get in that realm of 650, you'll start to get the better credit cards, and 680, even better, 700. I believe the cap is like 750. Once you hit 750, between 750 and 850, you're maxed out. You're gonna get the top dollar cards, the lowest interest rates, and the things like that. But our goal is to get you all to the 700s, changing your mindset. That's one. Once we get you all to the 700 credit score, we then want to teach you how to get $100,000 in credit. I'm not talking about 10 credit cards or going to get a loan or things like that. I'm talking about having access. Honestly, I don't know. At this point, I don't know. But this is more than $100,000 in credit. So when I'm working a 9 to 5, and this is why I say you can be a 9 to 5er and have this work for you. You can be a 9 to 5er and have more available credit than you're making in a year. What you do with that credit is what's going to make your lifestyle changes, your financial literacy, and make your life better. Because once you start realizing how to use your credit cards and how to get away from interest rates, how to get away from paying late or maxing out your cards and not having anything to spend with, or splurging on wants and not needs, then you're going to start tapping into the banks. One thing that I tell people is how much, or one question I ask is, how much do you make in a year? I think we talked about this earlier. People make on average 40 to 60,000 a year, the average American, in the middle to low class. 40 to 60,000 a year. A year. You're working 8 hours a day, not including travel. You got to put gas in your car. You got to put food in your house. So that 40 to 60,000 after expenses for you probably converts to less than 20,000. Probably less than 10 if I'm being real. If you got children in hell, you ain't making no money. So let's say you make 50K a year, right? Now you have a 700 credit score. You make 50,000 a year. Listen to this. You make 50,000 a year. You want to go on a vacation, or you want to do anything with your life. You either have money in the savings account or money in the checking account, and then you can go spend it. Or you got to save check after check after check after check in order to do anything. Now, if you have a 700 credit score, you can literally walk in a bank. And this is not a step by step, but this is what you can do. You can walk in any bank, almost any bank, and walk out with $50,000. Like I said, I ain't gonna tell you how to step by step. It's gonna be in a webinar, but you can walk in a bank with a 700 credit score and walk out with $50,000. That's easy. You done worked what? How many work days is it in a year? I know it's not 365 because you only work on weekdays, but let's just say 280. You're working 280 days a year to make $50,000 before taxes, because they taking some of that. And then the next year rolls over with your 700 credit score. You walk in and out of a bank within a 2-hour process, maybe not even 2 hours. You're just filling out forms and talking to people, and you're walking out with $50,000. Life changing, right? But that's not the key. The key is understanding what to do with the $50,000. The goal isn't just to get 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. It's to understand what to do with it once you have it, so that money starts to make you money. And this is why I tell people, entrepreneur, you could be a 9 to 5, it doesn't matter. Once you have access to the credit, as long as you have the mindset and education, you could be working a 9 to 5 all day while your money's working for you. You can put it in investments. You can put it in investments. You can put it in life insurance. There's so many different things you can do with that money that's going to make you money while you're working your 9 to 5. So let's say another year rolls around, right? Another year rolls around. You had a 750 credit score now, maybe even 8. Now I ain't gonna say 809 a year, but you had a 750. Let's put you at a 750. You now have over $200,000 in credit, but at your job, you've worked for over almost 500 days and just made $100,000 before taxes. Remember, it's before taxes. So it's important to understand how powerful credit is. The banks want to give you money. The banks literally want to give us money, but you just have to show that you're financially responsible with that money. You know, a lot of people have derogatory, they're over Verizon, they don't want to pay their cell phone bills, they get evicted. If you can't pay Verizon back $373, what in the hell makes you think that a bank is gonna say, "Oh, well, you didn't pay Verizon $373. Let me go ahead and give you $50,000." I want y'all to really think about it.
I always laugh at that analogy, but that's hella true.
Because it's
People
true.
like, I'm not gonna pay this debt and I'm gonna keep it that way, or I'm gonna try to minimize it. At the end of the day, if you plan on being in the credit game, you have to be responsible. There is no such thing as I'm gonna create this debt and then, forget it. I'm not gonna do nothing. Now, if you fall into a situation to where you experience a hardship and stuff like this. Look, KP, now I'm going to take it back to where we started. You can't be paid when and if you're violated. You know what I'm saying? But that shouldn't be I'm going to create debt just so I could possibly catch a violation and get paid from it, because that's going to cost you a lot of time and you're going to miss a lot of opportunities that way. Like, this is a last resort type of thing. Or should be, should I say.
All right. I'm sharing the live. Keep going. Keep going. I'm sharing the live. Keep going.
So do we want to discuss like what the advice? Do you want me to like recap the
don't go crazy.
All right. Look, you're probably going to be violated, you guys. It's tax season coming up. If you did not catch my live on my personal page, where I'm umming and a lot. I apologize for all of that. But tax season coming up. Y'all get ready for these debt collectors to start calling y'all if they haven't already. They want your money like you want your money. So, I mean, if you want to stay ahead of the curve, be diligent, and just know what the violations are. So when they happen, first thing you want to do, get off a call. Contact somebody you trust, somebody that actually has dealt with debt collections before, or an attorney, whatever the case is, and if it leads to you getting paid, tag me. But no, if it leads to you getting paid, then, the debt goes away. At least it should go away forever. If it comes back, it's another lawsuit. And I'm speaking solely from experience. I don't talk about debt collection violations because I heard about it in theory. I'm speaking because I've sued people over violations when I was irresponsible back in the day. So, it's out there. It's coming. Y'all be ready. Answer the phone. Know how many times they can call you. Things like that, and just know what to look out for, basically.
Look, Eddie said, I'm sitting at around $250 in personal credit and $75 in business, which is actually surprising, bro, because usually you have more business than personal. So the fact that you have $250 in personal lets me know that you have the capabilities to get way more in business. You just didn't go get it yet. So that makes sense. That's over.
Look, I'm not even going to say. So I know Eddie. I'm not even getting ready to say that he don't have business or he might not have it yet. Eddie posted just a couple weeks back all of the items, luxury items that he was able to get, like using his points. Like he cashed everything in, he bought like designer everything. It had to have been about 20 or 30 items. He was like, I didn't spend no cash on none of this, all points. This is how you use credit. And I mean, realistically, if you're going to, cash in on your points, that's how you do it. Use your credit card responsibly. Again, always pay your bill and stuff like that. And then when you have an accumulated amount, go buy a private jet. I'm not saying that's what Eddie did, but
don't go buy a private jet. Listen, parents, let's shift the parents, because this is our time. This is if you a parent, you won't understand when I say this. We hate December. All parents hate December. It don't matter if you got 1 kid or 10 kids. We got about the kids, the newest and gooeyest toys, or the LOL dolls, or the the makeup surprise. I don't know what they buy now. We just buy shit. But the reason why credit is so important is because now when it comes time for December, guess what? All through the year, I've been collecting points. I don't spend money for Christmas anymore. I don't buy. I mean, we still buy them, but we don't have to spend money to buy gifts because we're just cashing in reward points. You know, depending on how much reward points you have, you don't have to you don't have to pay to travel anymore. This is when you hear the gurus say, "Oh, you could travel for free." This is what they're talking about. If you using a business credit card or if you're using personal credit cards and you're paying all your bills and you're paying for all the miscellaneous things, make sure you have the money to cover it. Obviously, don't just spend the credit cards, but let's just say on average you spend $10,000 a month. That is a very, very big number, I know. But let's just say you spend $10,000 a month, right? If you have a credit card that's giving you 3% cash back, that's what is it, $300? That's $300. $300 a month that you're getting in cash back just from spending the same $10,000 you were going to spend anyway. Let's recycle the year. Whole year goes by. So 300 by 12 is 3,000, $3,600. So remember, you were going to spend that $10,000 a month anyway. That is money that you have to spend on whatever bills and all the things you got, right? But at the end of the year, your credit card companies are now rewarding you with $3,600 check. Or it could be more depending on if you have spending limits that you need to hit, or if you got spending bonuses, they might give you a bonus $100,000.
Yeah.
It's so many different things that go with it where it's like, okay, if you spend $30,000 within the first 3 months, we'll give you an extra 100,000 points. So now instead of getting just the $3,600 back from the points that the money that you were spending, you now get the bonus points. And it totals out to, let's just say, 5K. We'll just round off the 5K, right? So now you are living your life the exact same way you were without credit, but you replaced it with credit, and now you're being rewarded so much more. I mean, anybody listening could tell me right now, $5,000 into December, hell, that should buy all your gifts. I don't know what y'all buying your kids, but that should buy all your gifts and probably start putting
that with the car. So I gotta save a little bit more.
This is what I want to say for me from when we weren't in the credit mindset. We would think like, okay, we're gonna spend all this money. We're gonna spend all this money on Christmas because we're gonna get it back on taxes. All it's doing is balancing itself out. Yeah. But now we're not spending none of this money on Christmas, and now we getting bonus money for taxes. Now I'm even more happy. I'm not getting depressed no more. I'm looking forward to it because it's like, yo, I ain't spent a dime in December. I actually still got some money on my points that I didn't even use. So guess what? When them taxes roll around, I'm gonna buy me a boat. Like it just makes you feel better. Eddie said, I went to Vegas last year, flight and hotel cover from points and spending money from cash back. I just came back from Vegas. That's why I missed Wake Up Wednesday. Whenever I travel to Vegas, I don't spend any points. I mean, I'm a very heavy gambler. You all know that from hearing me speak. But MGM, I'm to the point where MGM gives me free stays. I use my credit cards for everything, so I always fly with Delta. So I rack up on the Delta points so I can get free flights, and that's it. You know, I get comped. My food gets comped. You know, just from spending credit. They want me to come to Vegas to spend more money, obviously, but I can now do that for free. As before, 5 years ago, I would have to save $300 for a flight. I have to save an extra $350 for the hotel. I'd have to split rooms with my cousins or my friends and all those things because you couldn't afford it. And now I'm able to do all of that by myself for free. It's all free. Mm-hmm. You know, and hell, this is an added bonus. My family and friends, I mean, they know now, but let's say I get a 2-bedroom suite. Guess what? I'm staying here for free. If you want to stay, go ahead and toss me $100. So now I'm getting all this for free, and I can make money from having people share with me. You know, so it's so many different tips and tricks to it. One gem I give y'all that wasn't going to be in the webinar, but I give it to y'all. If you have credit cards, use them for everyone in your circle that doesn't have credit cards until they can get it. And I'm not saying just go crazy. What I'm saying is, let's say me and Shanice are siblings, right? She doesn't have a credit card. Her and her husband are gonna go and go to the beach or something. They're gonna get a hotel and all that. Guess what? They're probably gonna use their debit cards. Pause. Hey, Shanice, instead, how about this? Let me book all your stuff for you, and you just send me the money. So now all the money she was gonna spend, because I have good credit and I have credit cards, she's still gonna spend that money because she's sending it to me. I'm just swiping my cards for it now, and now I'm collecting rewards for my family and friends because they don't have good credit. So now I'm reaping the benefits of the people around me until they can finally see, yo, I'm tired of giving KP all the money. This dude, all he do is travel all year and buy stuff. Well, what I gotta do to get like that? Fix your credit.
Right.
So it's definitely something you guys want to think about. That was a gem. I kind of just thought of it on the fly. So that's something that you all want to consider. The last thing is, what's the last thing? Starting a recession-proof business. So we can't really go in depth on that because that is for the webinar. But if you all want to learn how to start a recession-proof business or to make money in a recession-proof industry, definitely tap into that webinar, man. Look, we got about 30 people here on the TikTok. Listen, text 100K to the number below. Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. we all over the place. Text 100K to the number below. Sign up for our free webinar and get more gems, man. We're building a community of financially literate people. We only want to take the people that want to come with us. We're not holding people's hands. We're not dragging you through the mud. You know, you heard the saying, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. We'll lead you to the water, but we'll leave you at the water. That's it. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't going to drink, you ain't going to drink. That's on you. So I just want to be straightforward with everybody. I don't want y'all to think we're trying to sell you guys anything. We're trying to make you guys buy something or make you want to, oh no, this is going to change my life. You're going to change your life, not us. Nobody can change your life but you. Nobody can change your situation but you. And we're just going to give you the tools that you need to change your life, but we will not be the ones changing your life. So I want you guys to understand that when you hear the people on TikTok or Instagram or all these social media outlets and they're like, yo, buy my course, it'll change your life. It might if you apply it. And that's not, we don't want to fall into that same category where people are like, oh, I bought it and I joined and I didn't learn anything. Nah, you're going to learn. Are you going to apply it? That's what we can't control. So, I'm talking too much. I got the.
You don't have a bottle of water? Like, where's your water?
We waiting for Bo to come. Bo's the one that said to go live and still ain't come back.
He did. Bo, where you at?
We've been live for 30 speaker that was going to come on and give y'all real gems. We had a group Zoom just about 30 minutes ago. He gave us the suggestion, yo, yeah, man, go live on a Friday, man. You would be surprised. So we went live on a Friday thinking we are going to be surprised. And where he go? He ghosted us. And he told us don't leave. He said, yeah, don't leave the Zoom because I'll be right back. And still not back.
He's waiting in the Zoom.
Now I text him and I told him, I said,
oh my God. Please don't tell me you left that man sitting over there. He been waiting for 30 minutes. He's like, where he at? No. That's funny.
TikTok, y'all got anything, man? Listen, we talking about how to get a 700 credit score, how to get 100,000 in credit, how to start a recession-proof business. If y'all got any questions, let us know, because I ain't about to be waiting. I smell like somebody cooking something. I'm about to go eat dinner. But yeah, man, we just wanted to jump on. This was like a real live improv thing, We just wanted to see what y'all was going to talk about, what y'all want to do.
I have time to do nothing. I'm just on her. So if anybody ever be like, I'm scared to go live because I don't have nothing on today. I didn't have nothing on when I went live the other day. I got on a hoodie, like. Let me tell y'all something. I had no prep time, y'all. Blame KP. I'm mad at him. Blame him.
Oh, my thing was set to friends only. That's probably why people don't see it on Facebook.
Oh my God. That's why. Is that why I didn't get the notification though? But a couple of my people a couple of my family members.
Yours said the friends only too. I just looked.
Is it? Who did that? I don't. Well, let me look.
Tory Lanez has been found guilty on all 3 charges. Ain't that crazy?
That answer just sent me that. That's wild. Yeah, mine is set to friends only. That's weird. I'm changing my audience though. Now it's public. I mean, don't matter now, I guess, because we already done 30 minutes in. But yeah.
Y'all gotta remember, just because he was found guilty don't mean he did it. That's just what the court said.
I'm just not even about to entertain you. If the court said he's guilty, you know, that's it. I guess that's it. That's all right. How many times did you share this? How many times did you share? Because I only got you for 2, but it says that it's been shared 6 times.
I shared from my page. I didn't share from your page.
I got 2 for you, and 1 is public.
Eddie, every Wednesday, Eddie, man, we doing what we can do, man. If we can start adding to it, you know, with our networking and our partnerships and stuff like that. He said, "You see me on there." Oh, here you go, right here. There you go. What, you in the bathroom?
Yeah. Nah. Camera ran up crazy. That works. That's why.
I just seen
that
the text message. He said, "You see me on there." I was like, "Sure don't." Oh wait, I do.
Yes.
Hey, lucky you came in, man. But look, we was getting ready to close out.
Yeah, man. My call one, man.
Talk to the
good,
people.
Guys.
Hola,
man. My camera turned around. Hold on, my camera, man.
The people been waiting on you, man.
Hit the button.
I don't know what he see.
The wrong button. Man.
Are you connected to the I don't know what kind of phone you got, but if you're joining it directly from the link, yeah. You got to be on the internet or whatever Safari or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all don't like Google. So
it's a chipmunk voice. I don't know if we got the chipmunks going on.
How we got
I just changed the voice on the TikTok. All right. Yeah, real quick, man. We finished now. Really, I mean, now it's just up to you to spit some game. All the people that heard everything we got. Look, you see, we've been here for 40 minutes.
What y'all was talking about though?
We was talking about the webinar. 700. How to get a 700 credit score. How to get $100,000 in credit. A couple recession-proof businesses. We didn't give any plays. We were just letting them know what we're giving them in the webinar. You know, this is an improv. Okay. This is an improv live.
Okay.
This was
definitely. Did we go over any idea that 700 that rolled to the 700 actual
very light.
Factual? Very light. All right, so we reporting here in America now. What 300 and how secondaries before? Know what information is going where?
Is that my signal?
Nah, I think that's his.
What's it?
You kind of choppy.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, cool. I mean, I should talk about that. Them 300 secondary either opt out or free. Now it's getting serious. You know why they made it?
Nah, I started chopping again. Why they made what?
Innovis.
Oh, Innovis. You said why they made Innovis?
Yeah. Why they turned it into being a big secondary secondary.
Well, that's considered Innovis now being considered one of the main.
I was about to say they calling it the Big Four now.
Yeah, they're saying the Big Four now. Yeah. They're not. It's not a secondary. Technically, it's not a secondary anymore. They're if you pull in credit reports or you're looking at a lot of them, especially in volume, you'll see it'll say the main three, and then it says Innovis at the end. So Innovis, I don't want to officially say it's a credit reporting agency now, but that's how they're treating it. So they're treating Innovis bigger than LexisNexis.
Don't. It seriously is. And you know what they on Innovis? Their main lateness is and actual banded credit. So if you're not using your credit card, and you know how it expires and all of that, against you on Innovis. Negative that they're creating. You hear me?
You chopping up.
I'm about to say you chopping, man. You gotta get on that Wi-Fi. you on that 5G.
Man, I'm on, man. This is crazy. Hold on. Let me talk.
That John on the and y'all you only get some half of my face.
Girl, when you out, right?
Y'all hear me better now?
All right, say hi. You say hi to your uncle. Say hi, uncle.
We can hear you.
All right, bet. So Innovis is basically they're actually kind of negative for the people that don't use their credit. That's not using the credit cards. 3 months, they're going to be reporting that. So if you're not using credit, they're going to be if you used it incorrectly. There's going to be some form of reporting. That's the idea that they're trying to do with Innovis. So you're screwed if you do too much at all. Basically, you got to learn all the time if you're going to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's but that's what we talked about earlier, man. Y'all, it's about the mindset thing. You got to understand what you can and can't do, what you should and shouldn't do. And if you mess up, because we all mess up, how to fix it, what you need to do to fix it. Because think about it. And I'm not telling y'all to get violations on purpose. I mean, I'm not telling y'all to mess your credit up on purpose, but if you do mess your credit up and the credit bureaus report it wrong, they have to pay you for that. You know? On top of the deletion, because most have been set up.
And you know that FICO 10T, and they're reporting your utilization against you for 2 years.
The FICO 10T has a lot of factors that FICO 8 don't have. It's not widely used yet. Banks are just now transitioning to the FICO 9 model. From what I've been able to see is FICO 9, but it is transitioning too, which means a lot of the tactics that other people used to be doing when they would say, okay, go and, purchase an authorized user, or not purchase, but, ask your friend or family member or relative, whatever, can you be added to their cards? FICO 10 and beyond AUs aren't considered. So in the future, credit won't look the same that it does now. Like the FICO 8, the tactics that a lot of people are telling people, those tactics absolutely work for that particular model. But eventually FICO 8 will become obsolete as the banking industry changes. A lot of people are trying to get away from fraud. And at the end of the day, this is a numbers game. If I'm losing money because people are committing fraud and they're doing it in high levels, the banking industry is consistently going to change, which means you got really one option: be responsible. Everybody hit the hardship, so have more than one stream of income. As far as our webinar goes, we're gonna give you guys options and stuff like that. Like you have to have several streams of income, and it could be several streams within one business. It could be several, hustles or whatever the case is. But you have to have a way to pay your credit cards every single month. You have to know how to spend, know how to maximize, know how to utilize everything, and set yourself up for a serious win. Because when they start changing these regulations, all of that stuff that people are trying to come in for that fast money, that ain't gonna happen no more. So you have to be diligent when you're saying, I want to, get into the credit game, I want to build credit, whether it's business credit, personal credit, no matter what it is, you have to be responsible, because that's the only way that it's headed. Like they're changing everything. So old tactics just don't work like they used to for, newer models.
People don't even realize just that authorized users only work for FICO 9, and that's it. Work for nobody else. It's only FICO 9 report those them AUs really work for. And that's also,
it reports on FICO 8, but as the FICO number goes up, as it increases, you can't use it anymore. I tell you, AUs don't work for mortgage scores, and some people don't even know that they have a mortgage score. If you want to improve your mortgage scores because you want to buy a house, you actually have to fix your credit. You actually have to implement positive spending habits, positive banking habits and stuff like that, or whatever, because certain things you just can't undo. There's nothing that you can directly do to impact your mortgage scores outside of your actual spending habits.
Yep.
So,
you have 3 mortgage scores, 2, 4, and 5, and it is actually coming up. So they're adding, they're kind of omitting FICOs that, like, they're changing with the times. But the idea is that's out there that do benefit, like a fintech company created BoomPay, in a pretty decent primary mortgage. It reports the rent as mortgage. So that other side of your forgets about. So it's just the 5 factors. Know your FICO factors. Know the differences. Understand the report, and without a problem, without the consumer report. So the consumer, the FICO number comes secondly, or just to get a FICO number. So pay attention to how you spend your money. And when you do transfer balances, are not reporting to bureaus, help yourself. Because I just had that huge problem. I had to transfer that balance. A lot more beneficial.
Right.
Than it being, guys got to know your leverages. Know all of that. Find all 300, man. Find all 300 of them. There's 6. I got the list yesterday. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna send y'all. It's crazy. 7 subject matters. Hospital, every hospital you touched in the country. They know where you went to if you got locked up for that wild night out.
Right.
Everything.
Man, I'm really trying to stick it in, boy. My sore throat killing me.
Go ahead, bro. I came super late. My fault, man. And I had to.
Nah, you good. Look, we done gave him 50 minutes. This was free game, man. We just popped on just because. Look, you gave us the juice and was like, yo, go live on a Friday. We wake up Wednesday. We the Wednesday crew. You know what I'm saying? They so wake up Wednesday. We probably done threw people's schedules off. They ain't know what day of the week it was.
Oh my God. I have no sunlight, no nothing. It's dark outside. It's dark.
It is.
That's crazy.
It's cold in Florida. It's cold.
Yeah, you don't see.
No, it's cold here. I love how y'all be like, oh, it's cold, it's 50 degrees. I am missing 2 degrees. It's negative 2 degrees out here. I don't want to hear none of y'all talking about it's cold. It ain't cold in Florida. I don't care. I will argue with y'all until I
Look,
in the face. It is not cold. It might be a chilly. No.
Yeah, look, he in South Florida. He in the low 70s talking about it's cold. That's the
A
difference.
t-shirt on. I'm in the house with a hoodie on, bro. It's cold. It's like no. This is really cold. Like I don't know what y'all. That's not cold. That's nice. I will be inside in a tank top, 50-degree weather.
I want to do a podcast with all three of us. Just so I really want to go in with y'all, man. I know what y'all got.
We can do that.
KP, man. We'll take
that man over there sick. He can't breathe.
And then
he was.
We got to schedule it.
That's what that is.
Make a promo. We could use one of your promos. I like the king chair. I need to take a new picture with the chair. Everybody got a chair. Dub got a chair.
Everybody got a chair.
Ola got a chair. You know what I'm saying? Daryl got a chair. Everybody got a chair except KP. Let me go ahead and take my chair.
I hate that.
But yeah, man, look, appreciate you for popping in with us, bro. TikTok. I'm gonna hop on TikTok. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know y'all can hear the voice and then went out. I'm out. So yeah, go ahead. We'll see y'all Wednesday. We'll get this schedule with Bo and we'll have some real game for y'all. So holla at y'all, man. Have a happy holiday. Whatever you guys celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, all the other holidays. Y'all be festival.
Bye, y'all.